Grilling meat over a charcoal fire outside is somewhat of a rite of passage for the males in my family. It's certainly something we enjoy doing, and one of the things that makes it enjoyable is a Weber kettle grill, which is what you're looking at here. There are some very key factors to consider when you're grilling over a charcoal grill. The first thing that my dad taught me was don't use lighter fluid. You can see this device here is called a chimney starter. And the way it works is you just take what they call a double truck of newspaper, looks something like this, wad it up somewhat loosely and put it in the bottom, and then you fill it up with charcoal. And there's no lighter fluid needed during this process. If you want things to go even smoother, get the Kingsford charcoal. It might cost a little more than some of the generic brands, but it's going to burn hotter and more consistently, and it's just a good charcoal. The flavor in it is good as well. When they have a special, get 2 bags. Let's light it up. All right, so we've got fire, we've got smoke, which is good. As long as we've got smoke coming out of here, we know everything's lit. This should be fine. It's gonna take about 15 minutes. While we're waiting on this, let's go over to Piggly Wiggly and get some ribeyes. Okay, so this is what we wanted. This is what we're looking for. It's been about 15 minutes. We've got flames coming out the top. We didn't have to put any more newspaper in. We didn't have to put any lighter fluid in. It's now ready to dump into the Weber grill. So that's what we're gonna do next. And I like to try and dump it mostly on one side for that indirect heat. Spread the coals over to one side, so that side of the grill is very hot. And then I've got an area that's indirect on the other side. Now these steaks have been marinating in Dale's and Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. Tonight I'm cooking 4 steaks, and I'm gonna put them all on direct heat, all on that side of the grill. Then I'm going to close the lid, and I'm going to let those sit there and sear for 2 minutes. Next, take the lid off and rotate each of those steaks 90 degrees. I'm not going to flip them yet. I'm rotating. And the reason I'm doing that is to get those cool looking grill lines. And I'm going to let that go for another 2 minutes with the lid closed. After 2 minutes has gone by, I am going to flip them, and I'm going to repeat that entire process until I have grill lines on both sides of the steak. So at this point, the steaks have been cooking for a total of 4 minutes on each side. Remember, we rotated them 90 degrees after 2 minutes and then flipped them and did the same thing. So they've been cooking for 8 minutes. Now I'm going to move them over to the indirect heat for the rest of the grilling time. And this is really great because it gives you time to go inside. We're having sweet potatoes tonight and some other things. And it just gives you a chance to kind of walk away from the grill a little while. Tonight, it gives me a chance to come in from the cold. And that's also the reason why I used a full chimney of charcoal. One other little pro tip is you can give this just a little nudge. That's going to cut down on the heat a little bit by restricting some of the air. We want to cool it down a little bit now. Next, these will come off the grill and we'll plate them up and get ready to enjoy them. Here's a little update on how things went with work today. Most of the sales deals that I do are leases because they're for equipment, and it's usually like a 5-year lease or a 4-year lease. And you know, we do digital signatures through DocuSign or some form of scan to email. But in this particular deal, the leasing company wanted pen on paper, wet signatures, which is a little strange. I didn't know they still did that anymore, but this is me going to take care of that. Let's check in with the fitness. I did go to the gym this morning. It seems to be getting a little bit easier each morning. For the creative part today, I felt really, really good when the video posted at 6 a.m. this morning. And I actually scheduled that last night to post at 6 a.m. this morning. And it just felt good getting it done. And it really made me happy. I was excited about it because several times throughout that first day, I started questioning myself, you know, is this content worth even posting on YouTube? Does this sound dumb? You know, just kind of questioning myself, and thought about just stopping. What's the use? I don't, you know, I'm not sure why I'm even doing this. But then I remembered, you know, I said I'm going to do this and I want to do this. So there's some resistance there for sure. But I'm finding that when I push through that, even at this early stage, there is a reward in the back of my mind that, hey, you did what you said you were going to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something new, and I will see you tomorrow.